Well, hi, welcome to the second attempt, I believe, at a tutorial to bring in the details of how I play Are We in Trouble Now. I've had a few requests and I did one video, but I guess that I was expecting a bit more of an advanced audience. So now I'm going to break it down and take it a bit more slowly. And well, I hope you enjoy, and I hope you this time get some of the finer details of the song Are We in Trouble Now. And of course I haven't played the whole tune in the intro because you've seen it many times, so hopefully now this is sort of a continuation of the previous one. So the first thing I want to tell you is that I play this song normally in the key of D. So what I do is I set a capo up here at the second fret, but of course I'm using open style chords, so when you look at this chord position, it is in the C shape. Alright, so just so that you know, and when I use the names of the chords, I'm going to be using them in their open shapes. It's in the key of D, but the chord is actually the old C, full C chord. So that's where we're going to start, is in this. And you can hear, if you listen to the notes, you can hear all of the fundamentals of the tune. And the real approach to playing this song is, in the original, it of course is played on the piano. So you're trying to get the guitar to sound like a piano with the sustain pedal down and those bass notes coming through while the melody is being played sort of underneath. So what you're kind of doing is, and in the beginning I'm only using those three strings. So in the C shape there, or the C shape of the D chord, and with the middle finger, this ring finger on my fretting hand, I'm just so lifting it away, putting it back, and then with my pinky finger, so jumping to the G chord there. That's a little hammer. Back to the C chord. So I'm going to try and show that to you just from another angle here. I'm going to just turn the camera a little bit here. So here we go. It goes. And then we ended with that little, so that's ending on the little G half bar there. So I'm going to go through it again real slow for you. I'm bringing my pinky in over there on the third string, or what is it, the fourth string maybe, I can't remember the numbering. It's on the D string, but it's not a D, it's it's an E, an F sharp, it's an F. Yeah, it's an F note. So little hammer on there, two hammers on, and then back to the C. And now grabbing these two strings, that would be also again the D and B string, sliding up. I'm actually only playing, so I'm playing that F note to the G note, and then playing, so, and then falling to the half bar G chord. So now I'll play it through again from start to finish. Now here I'm playing actually only the what's that, 4, 2, 3 and 4 strings. vibrato in. And that's the introduction. So now we're going to get back to the verse. And the verse is simply played in this C shape. It wasn't just the music. So I'm going to try and I'm going to hold that C shape, and I'll show you what I'm doing with my right hand. Now I can't guarantee that I do it exactly the same way each time, but it's kind of like that. So it wasn't just the music. Okay, so now it wasn't just the music. Now you're going to fall to the F chord, so you're going to lead in with these two notes here. And I'm hammering on, pinching with all three right hand fingers. So it goes to the F. So it wasn't just the music, it wasn't just the wine. Now that is kind of like the introduction with a small difference. So there's a bit of hammering and pulling on this D string. You can do it even, it might even sound better up here. It's probably a little bit closer to what's going on with the piano. So let me just angle the camera this way again. So that's what my index finger on the right hand is doing, is playing all of these notes. And I'm getting that sort of piano, that nice, almost Jimmy Swaggart piano lilting sound. Another kind of magic. Ascending D minor, and it's a D minor 7th. Shivers up my spine. Now, okay, so there's the G, but notice that I'm actually using my small finger not to play on the high G note there, or the A note actually, but I'm playing up here. And so another kind of magic was sending shivers up my shivers. You can even just do a regular D minor. Shivers up my spine. Okay, so that's a normal G, and I'm actually only playing this low A string, or the A note. It's actually a G shape though, huh? Don't forget. So I'm sorry, I'm jumping between A and G. That's a G chord, but it's actually A, but it's a G shape. So now you're going to have some more hammering on, and these are going to be a lot of double stops. So this is these two strings over here. So the 4th and the 5th string. So you can try and do that. So I'm doing first a double stop on the lower, on the lower set of strings, and then coming down. So another kind of magic, sending shivers up my spine, and I was C falling, and then a C7, and I fell for you, and F, and here goes the double stops again. So that's a normal F there, and it's from it's on my ring finger and then on my middle finger. But I lift my index finger. If I play it most naturally, you'll see what's happening now. So for that part, I'm actually pinching with 3 fingers again, whereas for this part here, that's 2 fingers anytime. I'm only using 2 fingers on my right hand. Let me swing back there. Oops, not enough. Just a sec. Oops. But there I'm using 3 fingers. I'm using this 3-note chord pinch, which is exactly where I was for the intro. So darling, G, are we in trouble now? All right, so that's the verse. Let me just show you how you link back into the second verse. So it's darling, are we in trouble now? It's not right. Are we in trouble? That's how you link to the second verse, same as the end of the introduction. So it's just a... They say we're grown up. We were searching all this time. I wouldn't own up, never could admit to flying blind. And in the darkness, seventh, found each other anyhow. Darling, are we in trouble now? Now we go to the when we talked, that's the F, and here I start just a little bit of strumming. When we talked, it O, G, and C ver. That's sort of falling down to the A minor. Love was, that's the A minor. They cry F from a distance, G, sure, C, F. When we found G, each other, C, A minor, all that we, F, but cert G, 4, and I'm done denying, and so on. Okay, so I'm going to try and go through that middle 8 portion again. So it starts with the F. When we talked, a G, it, O, C, ver. Now that, I don't even know what that chord is. But I'm using, when we talk it over, love was a cry. So, start again. F, when we talk it, G, O, C, ver. A minor, love was F, a cry. G, from a distant seashore. Not seashore, but C, chord, shore. F, when we found G, each a C, ver. A minor, all that we, F. search G for, and I'm done denying, and so on. So yeah, I hope that gives you a little bit more depth of it. I'm actually not teaching. I'm actually an instructor by trade, but teaching a camera and having to anticipate somebody's questions and someone through YouTube is not particularly easy. So please, post your questions, and I don't do tabs. Tabs they take a lot of time. I think that you should at least be at an advanced enough stage of guitar playing to see what I'm doing with my fingers. My right hand is visible over here. You can pause the video and get a look at my fingers. What I will tell you is that quite often I'm resting my ring finger on my right hand on the high E string. So just to give you a point of reference. And actually, I've got to tell you that I normally use these three fingers for picking. I very seldom use the ring finger to pick and never use the pinky finger. It's normally my three Knopfler fingers, So let me give you, as a sort of a closing exercise, something that you can just fool around with. When you take a C chord, practice this pinch, this 3-note pinch that I call it. So you start, you can even do it from the bottom. If you practice that, you'll become very proficient at playing these piano-like things. And you can make up your own little tunes. And very soon you'll even be delving into other tunes. There's another little Mark Knopfler tune that actually so when you start to just develop these little building blocks, then you'll very soon be doing all sorts of things. Something that came to mind actually while I was playing some of these double stops here, where was it? It reminds me of Homeward Bound. So once you learn these little tricks, you can throw them into all kinds of songs as you move from, as you progress in your playing, really, So anyway, thanks for watching. Hope it was helpful, and I'll see you again soon. Cheers now.